Hello, Cindy here with Create Your Own Luck and Love, and I help women to create the transformation and freedom within themselves to have the amazing love life and really life that they deeply desire in their heart. So I'm excited to be here with you guys today. I apologize. I had some technical difficulties. I don't know about you, but it has been a little weird technologically. And I'm not gonna blame my computer, but you know what's great? I problem solved it. So here I am, yay. All right, so getting into this piece, it's such an important piece of, are you giving your power away? I'm so happy you love listening, Tina. I love sharing and I love helping you guys. So are you giving your power away? And I see a lot with women where they might be connecting with men online or starting to date someone and he seems really amazing. So I see one of two scenarios. He seems really amazing, so amazing that you've got these butterflies that you're in your mind, you're thinking to yourself, is he going to really like me? And is he gonna like me and all my weird flaws or quirks and idiosyncrasies about me? And I'm gonna get into the answer to that in a minute, but I see that, and it's this, this nervousness that happens, and what ends up going on, if we don't catch it, is there's this need to perform. There's this need to prove that you are worthy of having his affections. And what happens is we stop acting like ourselves and it starts to get weird. He feels it, you feel it, and it's like this pretzel. You're pretzeling yourself into what you think the ideal woman is. Alison Armstrong talks about this a lot. So the key to supporting you in this is, how do we switch that around? Because we can always get fears. So the second way this happens is you're connecting with this guy, you're like, he seems like he could be all right. And he's showing up, and then all of a sudden he's not showing up the way that you expect him to. And then it creates a trigger and an urge to start proving yourself, like, hey, what's going on? I mean, he seemed nice. I don't know if I was that into him yet, but then all of a sudden you are. It's like a takeaway. It's like you see this really amazing sale and you didn't buy the item that was on sale, and it was a great sale. And you go, oh man, maybe if I check there, that sale, will still be going on, and then it's returned back to regular price. In fact, the item's out of stock. I have that happen to me once in a while. So the point is, paying attention to those triggers. Why does this happen? Usually because there's not a solid sense of who's felt that way before. Let me know. Just give me a yes, I've experienced this. So we have this sense of we're not 100% sure of who we are and what we're offering. And if what we're bringing to the table is enough. So I'm going to give you some ways to turn that around so you're actually taking your power back and you're connecting to yourself, your authenticity, your power, and you're not putting a man on a pedestal. because that's what begins to happen. And he's, it's like anyone else. It's like when people get really crazy about celebrities. Are there certain celebrities I'd really love to meet? Absolutely. And I'm not going to act like they're better than me or that they don't have, they're not human beings. So it's the same thing when it comes to dating and relating. And here's a couple of tips that really work and getting you more grounded within you and seeing your value so that you're exuding that when you're connecting with him and you're going out on a date with him, because you get to trust that if he's asking you out on dates, he's attracted to you, he's interested in you, he wants to get to know you, he's calling you, he's texting you, same thing. And that, when the doubt creeps in your mind, you actually magnetize his doubt. He starts to doubt you and your connection. So they feel it energetically. Okay, so here's how you do it. The first way to do this is, the first thing that I'm going to suggest you do is go ahead and think about your superpower. If you have one, or if you have a couple of them, or you probably have several of them, and think about the things that you're really amazing at. Maybe you're a really good listener. Maybe you are a really great mom. Maybe you have, you just have this patience level that is beyond anything. Or you're really great at tennis. It could be anything. So what are those things what are your gifts? What are your superpowers? What are the things that you're really amazing at? And if you're having a hard time with that, because I find that sometimes we have a hard time thinking of, well, what am I great at? Or that feels so average. It doesn't matter if what you're really great at is yoga, and a lot of other people are too. It's something that's special about you. And I'm using these things, just pulling them out at the top of my head. Ask your friends, what are things that you see in me that you feel like I'm really good at? Ask, find out. So that's 1. 2. So once you look at those things that you're really good at, it's going to actually fill your gas tank, your confidence tank. And you're going to be thinking, well, I'm really good at some amazing things, or maybe even some weird things. And I'm sure he's great too. And you have a lot of great things to offer. So secondly, humanize the guy. And this is kind of silly, but it works really well. So you could be in front of him, you could be chatting with him, and you could be thinking, oh man, he's so handsome, he's got this, got really big muscles, whatever it is. So humanize him. Maybe think about the fact that maybe he's got some really weird mole on his big toe, or he has lots of gas, or, think about something that's very human. And I don't want to say project it onto him, but pretend that, maybe he's got just this really weird hairy mole on his big toe, and that makes him human. And maybe not attractive to some people because of that. So if you could like him and his big hairy mole, he's sure to like you and your amazing gifts. So that is humanize him. So if you're sitting next to, somebody, like you see a handsome stranger, you're like, wow, he's really attractive, I would like to talk to him, smile at him and start the conversation and really think in the back of your mind, he's probably got something really weird that he's ashamed of or he's afraid to talk about himself. Because we all do. We're human. We all have some form of a little hairy, big hairy mole about ourselves and in our lives. And that makes us human. It may not be physical, but it could be in some other capacity. So those two things, which are superpower, make him human. And, also think about, so when you do that, it inevitably starts to build up your value, your worth. And ask some of your good friends, like, what do you think is really amazing about me? And like, what's a compliment that your friends have given you? Or men in the past, what compliments have they given you? Never mind if the relationship hasn't worked out. Focus in on the positive. What have they said about you? What's a common theme of what you've heard? Not only about, maybe your beautiful eyes or great smile, but what else is it about you that's really amazing? Because I guarantee you have a lot of them. So when you start to focus in on those things and focus in on the compliments that you've received, it neutralizes the territory. And something I know about people that are the most confident of people, so this is an inner job. I don't think, some people are just naturally confident because they're not attached to what other people think of them. And they're humble. And they walk into situations looking for the gift in the situation, they choose to believe who they are is absolutely enough. And with every situation, they desire to connect, they desire to, be present typically in the situation and surround themselves with people that they deem worthy of spending their time with. So when you approach men, when you approach dating, I know there's some men on here, so same thing, you approach women, you approach dating, are they someone that's on my vibrational level that, I deem worthy of connecting with and spending time? And I would say, 9 times out of 10, when I interview men or when I ask men, they are looking for a woman who is her, who's herself, who's unapologetically her. And, any men on here, if you care to respond, what is the number one quality that you're looking for in a woman? Attraction, yes. And that doesn't sustain a relationship. Natural and lasting attraction is a true, deep emotional connection where people can feel safe. So when you take them off the pedestal and you humanize people and lead with your gifts, it creates a space to have a really authentic connection no matter what happens. And detaching from, when you actually detach from the outcome, what's going to happen here, and trust that if this, if he doesn't call, or, if this doesn't move forward, that, okay, that person is leaving space for the right person to come into my life. Anyways, let me know. Did this help you? Say yes, say no, Cindy, I hated it, whatever. I would love to hear from you. And if you are on YouTube and you happen to like my video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. That really helps me. And if you're on IGTV, it's good to see you guys. And thank you for all your patience, sending you so much love. It's good to see everybody on today, and have an amazing rest of your day. See you soon. Bye. Mwah.